StarCraft 64 is not on the table to play. I do own a copy of the game. Okay, Terran, Fighting Spirit. Let's go. Come on.
Reporting for duty. Right away, sir. Orders received.
Oh my god, worst split ever. I need to sit down and practice coding.
Not enough minerals. Not
SCV
enough
good to go,
minerals.
sir.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Most likely.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV good to go, sir.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
So he's Terran. I'll probably just be doing my expansion play without gas. Trying to figure out what he's up to. Kind of a laggy game. Don't know why it's pairing me against someone from Norway. There's plenty of Koreans on right now, no doubt.
Not enough
Orders
minerals.
received.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV good to go, sir.
Not enough minerals.
SCV good to go,
Additional
sir.
supply depots required.
Job's finished. I read you. Orders, Captain. I read you. Roger that. Right away, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. SCV good to go, sir. Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Let's go scout.
Reporting for duty. I read you. Roger that. Orders received. Orders received.
High latency just makes the stutter go away.
Reporting
It just
for
makes
duty.
it so
Right
that
away, sir.
when you give a command, the unit doesn't move quite as fast.
SCV good to go, sir.
I mean, it sucks, but
Right away,
it's
sir.
better than stuttery
Orders
games.
received.
Rather, I might
Orders, Captain.
micro be slightly off due to slower input.
Yes,
And,
sir. SCV good to go, sir. Orders received.
okay, there's
Affirmative.
located in.
Reporting for
He
duty.
does have a gas.
Roger that.
We'll see in a
Reporting
moment
for
if
duty.
he is
Reporting for duty.
keeping his SCVs on gas.
Yes, sir. SCV good to go, sir. Orders received. Affirmative.
When I get to scout my opponent this early, it feels very, very good with this build.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. SCV
Not
good to go,
enough
sir.
minerals.
So the next thing I'm looking for, there's the factory.
Affirmative. Right away, sir.
He's taking SCVs off gas.
Right away, sir.
Super important to see. This means that the siege tank rush will not be coming.
Orders, Captain. Orders received.
Now I do have to build a bunker because he can just make a vulture and kill me otherwise.
Right away, sir. Roger that. Yes, sir.
Your
Job
forces are
finished.
under
Reporting for
attack.
duty. Orders received. SCV good to
Additional
go, sir.
supply depots required.
2 Marines, okay.
I read you. Orders received. Right away,
Should have his
sir.
command center going down pretty
Reporting
quick.
for duty. I read you. Right away,
Still don't
sir.
see it.
I read you. Affirmative. I read you. Orders,
So
Captain.
very, very soon.
Insufficient thespian
Yes,
gas.
sir. SCV good to go, sir.
Woke up.
Right away,
Command
sir.
center? No command center? That's really weird again.
Yes, sir.
Not enough minerals.
I want to make at least 3 Marines. I really, if he tries to run a vulture by, I like to do a lot of damage to it if
Not enough
possible.
minerals.
So it's easier to hunt.
Not enough minerals.
Orders received.
Standing by. Give me something to shoot.
Not enough minerals.
With this,
Your forces are under
Job
attack.
finished.
Give me something to
Orders,
shoot.
Captain. I read you.
so I wonder if he's making a command center. I don't know. He might have made it on the high ground because I scouted him so quick. Maybe he thought that this was a proxy play. He scouted me pretty late this game.
Reporting for duty. Orders, Captain. I read you. Job's finished. Yes, sir. SCV good to go, sir. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Right away,
Not
sir.
enough minerals.
Reporting for duty.
Not enough minerals.
Affirmative. Right away, sir. Yes, sir. Orders received.
Your forces are
Orders
under
received.
Okay.
attack.
Affirmative.
Add-on
Yes, sir.
complete.
SCP good to go, sir. Orders
Not
captain.
enough minerals.
SCP good to go, sir. Orders received.
The longer he's chasing me, the better it
Not
is for me
enough
here.
minerals.
Orders
Slow down his aggression.
reporting for duty. Roger that.
Base is under attack.
SCP good to go, sir. Roger that.
Okay, second siege tank.
Job affirmative. Orders received.
And he has 2 Marines. Okay. I like 3 Marines if you're doing a push like this, because it really
Not
wrecks a
enough
raid.
minerals.
Job finished.
Not enough minerals.
Proceeding. Delighted to, sir.
SCP good to go, sir. Yes,
Destination.
sir. Orders received.
Identify target.
I read you.
Destination.
I read you.
Base is under attack.
Destination.
Yes, sir. Reporting for duty. I read you. Orders received. Yes, sir. Orders, Captain.
Ready to roll out.
SCP good to go, sir.
Sector locked in. Go ahead.
So bad, so slow raid.
Sector.
You see this?
Job
This is so funny.
Roger.
Destination.
Reporting in.
Orders, Captain.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Orders, Captain. Reporting for duty. Job finished. Reporting for duty.
I gotta
Orders
watch out
received.
for possible
Base is
grand
under
raids.
attack.
SCP good to go, sir. Roger that.
Transmit coordinates. Attack formation. Checked up and good to coordinates. Standing by. Reporting in.
Yes, sir. Right away,
Go
sir.
ahead, man.
Add-on complete.
Duty. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Job finished.
Destination.
SCP good to go,
Absolutely.
sir. Yes, sir.
Reporting in. Coordinates
SCP good to go, sir.
Your forces are under attack.
Oops. A little bit of a mistake there for sure. Oof.
SCP good to go, sir.
Identify
Job
target.
finished.
Destination. Proceed. Yes, sir.
I read you. Reporting for duty.
Identify target. Absolutely.
SCP good to go, sir.
Ready to roll out.
Your
Yes,
forces
sir.
are under
Reporting
attack.
for duty.
Yes, sir. Identify target. Moving. Proceeding.
Yes, sir. SCP good to go, sir. I read you. Job finished.
Wow, he got range.
SCP good to go, sir. Orders, Captain.
Your forces are under attack.
Transmit coordinates. Reporting in.
Add-on complete.
SCP good to go, sir.
Checked up and good to go. Standing by.
Reporting for duty. Still there.
Standing by.
Add-on complete.
Ready to roll out.
Your forces are under attack.
Job finished. Yes, sir. Roger that.
Raids can hit spawning barracks,
Complete.
Sir.
even if the flies have range. It's a very important thing to know.
Can I take this order? Yes, sir. Job finished. Yes, sir. Job finished. Yes, sir.
Ready to roll
I
out.
read you. Orders received.
Standing by.
SCP good to go, sir.
Ready to roll out. Yes, sir.
Reporting for duty.
Yes, sir.
SCP good to go, sir.
Goliath online.
SCP good to go, sir.
Orders, sir. Proceeding.
Goliath online.
Destination.
I take this order. Roger that. Right away, sir.
Destination.
I'm listening. SCP good to go,
Insufficient for steam gas.
Input coordinates. Go ahead, HQ.
Yes, sir. Delighted
Go
to
ahead,
serve.
HQ. I got that.
Go ahead, Commander. Attack
Input
formation.
coordinates. In the 555.
Your
What am
forces
I
are under
doing?
attack.
I read you.
Ready to roll
Can I
out.
take your order?
Absolutely.
Navcom locked. Target designated.
Destination.
Orders, Captain?
Destination.
Go, sir.
I'm listening.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Yes, sir.
Reporting for duty.
Channel
Yes,
Go
open.
ahead, HQ. I'm listening.
Systems functional.
Your forces are under attack.
Target designated.
I'm listening.
I read you.
Identify target. Identify target.
Systems functional.
Go
Orders,
ahead,
sir.
HQ.
Orders, sir. Delighted to
Channel
serve.
open. Goliath online. Systems
Identify
functional.
target.
Input coordinates. I'm
Ready to roll out.
555.
I read you. Orders received. I can't build there.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Identify target.
Navcom locked.
Absolutely.
Go, sir.
Your forces are under attack. Upgrade
Destination.
complete.
Absolutely.
Destination.
Insufficient for steam gas.
Proceeding.
Acknowledged, HQ.
SCV, good to go,
Identify
sir.
target.
Go ahead, HQ.
I read you.
Ready to roll
Reporting
out.
for duty.
Destination.
Identify target. Orders, sir. Delighted to
Reporting for
serve.
duty.
Your forces are under attack.
Go ahead, HQ.
I read you. Roger
I'm
that.
listening.
SCV, good to go, sir.
Comlink online.
Destination.
Job finished. Orders, Captain.
Goliath online.
I'm listening.
Oops.
Not enough minerals.
SCV, good to go, sir. Finished.
Channel open.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I'm listening. In transit, HQ. Destination. In the
SCV, good to go,
555.
sir.
Destination.
Destination.
Comlink
Yes, sir.
online.
Delighted to be shown.
Reporting for duty.
Your
Go
forces
ahead,
are under
HQ.
attack.
Go ahead, HQ. In the 555.
Insufficient for
Go
steam
ahead,
gas.
HQ. I got that.
Identify target.
Go ahead, TACOM. Target designated.
Input coordinates.
Destination.
Your forces are
Reporting
under
for duty.
attack.
I take
Job
your order.
Yes, sir. Reporting for duty. Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Destination.
Go ahead, HQ.
Yes, sir. Job finished.
I'm listening.
Identify target.
Destination.
Orders, sir.
Destination.
Destination. Moving. Proceeding.
Go ahead, HQ.
Ready to roll out.
Reporting for duty. Yes, sir.
Input coordinates.
Upgrade complete.
In transit, HQ. Go ahead, HQ. In the 555. Go ahead, HQ.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, HQ.
Systems functional.
I'm listening.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Input
SCV,
coordinates.
good to go, sir.
Identify
Job
target.
finished. Job finished.
Orders, sir.
Comlink online. Comlink online.
Input coordinates.
Destination.
Destination.
Ready to roll out.
SCV, good to go, sir.
I'm listening. Hang on.
Yes,
We're
sir.
out of job.
Destination.
Input coordinates.
Yes, sir. I reach you.
Destination.
Identify target.
Yes, sir. Reporting for
Upgrade
duty.
complete.
Orders, Captain. Right away, sir.
Destination. Strap yourself in, boys.
Yes, sir. I read you. Roger that.
Input coordinates.
Channel open.
Go ahead, HQ. Hang on. We're in for some chops.
Affirmative.
Input coordinates.
Yes, sir. SCV, good to go, sir. SCV, good to go, sir.
Identify target. Yes,
Job
sir.
finished. Job finished. Orders,
Goliath
Captain.
online. Navcom locked.
Ready to
Job
roll out.
finished. SCV, good
Destination.
to go, sir.
I'm listening.
Destination. Delighted to serve.
Your forces are under attack.
Go ahead, HQ.
I read you.
Research complete.
Goliath online.
Something on your mind? No problem.
Your forces are under attack.
Input coordinates. Strap yourself in, boys.
What do you want? No problem. Oh, is that it?
Your forces are under attack.
Yeah, I'm going.
In transit, HQ.
Goliath online.
I'm listening. Strap yourself in.
Base is under attack.
What do you want? Yeah, I'm going.
Wait, I can't believe you actually expanded it there.
Orders, Captain. Roger
Go
that.
ahead, HQ. I'm listening. In the 5, 5, 5,
Your
5.
forces are under attack.
What do you want?
Calling online.
Orders, sir. On your mind. Destination?
I read you. Orders received.
Online.
Yeah.
Channel open.
Identify target.
Channel open.
I read you. Ready to roll out.
Report for duty. Yes, sir.
I read you.
Good to go, sir.
Yes, sir. I read you.
Your forces are under attack.
I dig.
Go ahead.
Identify target. Identify target. Bring it on, sir. Absolutely.
Your forces are under attack.
Proceeding. Orders, sir. Moving.
Goliath online.
Destination. D-latitude, sir.
Orders, Captain. Yes, sir.
Destination.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Orders received. Affirmative. SCV good to go, sir. Roger that. Right away, sir. Affirmative. Roger that. Yes, sir. Job finished.
Hi,
Report
boys.
for duty. Job orders received.
Something on your mind?
Go ahead. Town.
Orders, sir.
Orders, Captain.
What do you want?
Orders, Captain.
Battle complete.
Online. Acknowledging.
I read you.
Now this is in the way.
Identify target. To roll out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going. What do
Your
you want?
forces are under attack.
Is that it? Yeah.
Yes, sir. He's still there. Orders, Captain. Orders, Captain. He's still there. Roger that.
I read you, sir. What do you want? Yeah, I'm going. Oh, is that it?
Your forces are under attack.
I'm listening. Input
What do you
coordinates.
want? Oh, is that it?
Job finished. Job finished.
Your forces are under
Job
attack.
finished.
All right. Ready to roll out.
I got that. Buckle up. Strap yourself in, boys.
Proceeding. Identify target. Yes, sir.
Systems functional.
Yes, sir.
Calling online.
What do you want? Something on your mind? Something on your
Go
mind?
ahead. TACOM.
All right. Bring it on.
Destination. I got that.
All right. Bring it on.
TACOM locked.
All right. Ready to bring it on. What do you want? Oh, is that it?
Yes, sir. Orders received. Roger that.
Ready to roll out. All right.
Orders,
Bring it
Captain.
on. All right.
I read you.
Bring it on. No problem.
Input coordinates.
Calling
Input
online.
coordinates.
Orders, sir.
Destination. Buckle up.
Calling online.
Destination.
Battle complete. Your
Go
forces
ahead,
are under
HQ.
attack.
I got that.
Identify target.
I'm listening.
Orders, sir. Proceeding.
Systems functional.
Something on your mind? I dig.
TACOM locked. Shit.
Buckle up.
Your forces are under attack.
Identify
Hang on.
target.
We're in for some job.
Absolutely.
I'm listening.
Your forces are
I
under
messed this game up pretty bad. Thought I had a nice opening.
I dig.
Mountain base is under
What do
attack.
you want? I dig.
Goliath online.
What do you want? Oh, is that it?
I got that.
Your forces are
Go
under
ahead,
attack.
HQ.
Orders, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm listening.
Something on your mind? Oh, is that it?
Your forces are under attack.
Something on your mind?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, HQ.
Destination.
Go ahead, HQ.
Destination. Moving.
Input coordinates.
Base is under attack.
I read you.
Go ahead, HQ.
I dig. Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Add-on
going.
complete.
In the 555.
Ready to roll
I'm
out.
listening. In transit, HQ.
SCV good to go, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Delighted
Yes,
to,
sir.
sir.
Right away,
I'm
sir.
Something on your mind? No problem.
Go ahead, HQ. I copy that.
SCV good to go,
Your
sir.
forces are under attack.
Destination. Input coordinates. In the 555.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Reporting for duty.
Identify
Your
target.
forces are under attack.
Something on your mind?
Base is under attack.
Input coordinates.
SCV good to go, sir.
Yes, sir. Roll out.
Reporting for duty.
Your forces are under attack.
Right away, sir.
Not
Go
enough
ahead,
minerals.
I'm super dead.
Destination? Yes, sir. Orders, sir. Orders, sir. Identify target.
Not enough minerals. Upgrade complete. Your forces are under attack.
Identify target. Identify target. Ready to roll out. Orders, sir. Orders, sir.
Alright, we'll go over that replay. I definitely messed up in a few places there. I'm a little bit confused by his opening overall. I saw him take off gas. I guess he just put back on as I left and went into siege tanks. A little bit confused, so we'll check that out first and then kind of analyze from there. Actually, I think I remember him from the old days. I think he was a new player. Okay, hold on, I went too fast there. So, go just a little bit further back. Okay, so I scout, he's taking off gas. Scouting, scouting, scouting. Not mining gas. Okay, I leave. Adds back onto gas. Command center. Okay. Nothing too bad. He made his command center on the high ground. He scouted me late. This is just kind of a safe, fine move that he can do. I have to make the bunker, because if he makes a vulture again, he'll be in good shape. So I saw the tanks coming. In fact, let's check siege mode times. His siege mode is actually much slower than mine. So I didn't need to play as defensively as I did, but I didn't know exactly what he had. Of course I go the Wraith. Just making 2 factory. Now see, this play in particular I really don't like. This just random siege tank pushes at the front. This version of it is much better than what a lot of people do. A lot of people just go 2 factories on 1 base and try to push me, and like you're not going to win like that. He got a reasonably quick command center is doing it, so definitely a lot better than what I normally run into on the ladder. That was definitely a mistake right there. Okay, so a nice quick third while doing that. That's kind of interesting. Let's look. So he's just kind of containing me while taking that third base. That was super duper fast. That's how he had so many units. game back and forth. I'm adding a bunch of facts. Dropship. That's kind of a cute place tank right there. I didn't know that was there until I actually busted him. You get the third add-on at a good time. I should have gotten mine a little bit earlier. So very late. Oh, okay, so this part I mess up on, right? So I come out and drop this, but he has units rally down. I should have had everything on siege and attack set while I was doing it. I'm like, what am I doing? This is brainless. I would have lost less units, basically, if I had hit at the same time from the front. So right now, this is the point where I had to make something happen, right? We're about even supply. My army's bigger. He has more SCVs. He sieges up here. That's a great siege location. I can't get through here, can't get through here, so I can either go up here or go way around. Now, I don't have full intel that he's up here and up here right now. So this was like a really good siege by him. But this is where I had to make a very decisive play, and this is where I actually don't quite make the decisive play I need to. I have a decent number of dropships, right? So I do load up. That's a well-placed siege tank. Kind of annoying there for me to deal with. How much scan energy do I have? 1. I have 3 scans available right now, so I probably should have scouted out exactly where his units are, what he's doing, right? Because you can do things like fly in, and then fly out and hit the tanks. So see this? I have a group of units here, right? This is not nothing, these units here. This is a reasonable amount of units. So I'm flying in with 4 dropships, and I drop within range of this tank. Dropping on top of the tank would have been better, or dropping over here would have been better, but I drop within range of the tank, so this tank actually does some sick damage to me. This tank was super duper clutch. So this drop was really, really weak. I could have either brought more units and ferried everything in, dropped on the tank again. I could have scanned and then gone elsewhere, like this would have been bustable. Like if I come in, I see his units come up, right? I can load back up and fly out before he can get there because of terrain and bust these tanks. And if I start making moves like that, because what is my advantage here? My advantage is dropships. Hey, you two, chill. Why don't you two chill? Let me open the door for you two. You go in the other room. Hold on a second, nerds. Anyways, they're just playing. They love to play with each other. The little one growls at the big one. It's really funny. So, what is my advantage here? My advantage is dropships, which equals mobility, right? I have to make something happen with that because he has an economic advantage, right? We both have 5 facts, I believe. Yeah, we both have 5 facts. So there you have it, right? I have to make something happen with dropships. Now, when I do this drop and he just holds it without mobility while having more bases, this is where I've thrown away my advantage mostly, right? We still technically have the same amount of units and stuff, like the same supply. My army is probably still just slightly bigger, but this is, at this point, he's winning. Before that, everything was like basically even, and it was up to me to do something. I had to make something happen. He did not, right? The initial thing he made happen was a contain on me to get his 3rd base. I'm contained. I have to bust out. I got the quicker natural, right? Which means I'm getting my gas a little bit more quickly. I have that starport up. I get into dropship. Now I have what the tools that I have to work with are mobility with the dropship. Here, I did not use that correctly. That drop into the main base just didn't do what it needed to do. There was a lot of different options for me to do. From here, obviously, there's other things that go wrong as well, but this was actually the defining moment of the game. And when I failed to do anything there and then just kind of was like, I guess I'll expand twice, that was me just being like, I'm not sure what's going on here. I didn't have great scouting intel. I didn't know when he had taken the space, obviously. You know, there was a lot of things I didn't know. So yeah, that was kind of a fun one to go over. I like situations like that and learning from those where you can look at it and say, okay, no one's ahead here. Here's his strengths, here's my strengths. Who has to do something? What do they have to do? When you can start analyzing the game like that, that's where you can really make some improvements in your game.